All right, guys, let's get in this trade recap. Let me get a sip of this cappuccino. All right, guys, exciting news. I just got partnered with Tradeify, which is the first actual funded accounts that got me to 5 figures. I made 15,000 off them, and then they moved me to a live account, and their live accounts are absolutely amazing. But I ended up blowing those at the beginning of last month, and I'm now off the hiatus, so I'm about to add those accounts for tomorrow, and I'm going to go through and pass those and show y'all those accounts. And I'm actually affiliated with them now. It's code Cayden, Cayden, just my first name. And yeah, I'd really appreciate every single person that uses my code and all the support that y'all give me, because when you use it, obviously I get paid, and I'm extremely appreciative of that. And I'm just going to try to continue to give sauce and help y'all get your first payout. That is my goal. My goal is to make these videos to help y'all to improve your trading, and so y'all can kind of go into the mind of someone who is making money and also is new to making money. So I'm more relatable than like TJR. TJR, he has $1 million live account, if not bigger than that. He's risking $30 to $40 to $100,000 a trade. He's making massive moves. He only needs to take like one trade a month, and he could literally make more than we make in a year. So I'm trading prop firms, and my goal is a 6-figure month, and I think I'm going to hit that either this month or next month. I had a little hiccup yesterday, blew some accounts, but we're getting right back into it. So as you can see, let me move this a little bit. So we took a dub today, which is awesome, especially coming off that loss. Live account made 1,500, which is awesome. Had Apex. I only traded 10 of them because I have 8 giving me a payout, and then 2 I blew. So got 8 coming in with a payout, so that's 16,000 for this month, which is awesome. So I'm waiting for the money to be taken out of the accounts before I trade those. And also kind of wanting to, I think on the back end, I might add their new accounts and pass those while I have these. I'm going to keep the 10 because they're almost to the ones I'm trading right now, because they're almost to, once you get 5 payouts, the payout max is unlimited. So I might try to go for like 8, like 5 to 10,000 per account on those, and try to go for a banger payout. But trying to get max allocated with Alpha's advanced accounts. I have their like 0 accounts right now, but honestly, I'm trying to get rid of them. They're kind of like, I don't really like them that much. I'm trying to get their advanced accounts. So I'm trading all of them because I got those. So I might as well try to make money off them, get like another payout. But as soon as I pass those advanced accounts, I'm done with the 0s. I'm going to just cancel them. And then Lucid, I'm just trying to get their flex accounts. It's 2K max for all 5. And then I also bought TapStep accounts, which I just trade manually on the side, and I got my winning day today for 1,500. So one more of those, and I'll be max allocated with those as well. So here's, as you can see, all the accounts I have copied. You can see these ones I don't have copied right now because I'm waiting on a payout with those. And then these I blew the other day, and I didn't rebuy the MyFunded Futures. So let me close this, and let's go into the trade I took today. It was pretty simple. Let me move myself to the other side. There we go. Let's break down what I was thinking, what was going through my head, and why I entered when I did. Move all these drawings. Go to the 5-minute here. So delicious. Okay. Mark out 930. Meek work. And then 950 is the macro. As y'all know, if you've seen my trade recaps. 930. And then 950. Okay. So we go to the hour. This is what I was looking at. So I went in the hour and I was like, okay, we're tapping into this bearish fair value gap. And we also were on ES. Right. And then this was the big target. This was my target, my huge target for today. I was like, I would like these, but my main target was these lows here. So this was like the move down that filled to push us higher. So I wanted to see this get swept out because it's also inside of this gap, which is also at the new week opening gap that ran through. So that's just a lot of confluence going on in there. So I was looking at that. Let me delete this here. So right off rip, market open, we come up, sweep these highs, and fill. The reason I was okay with this trade and willing to go short was because we filled equilibrium of this fair value gap. This is something, a little bit of sauce here. Most of the time, when you have fair value gaps, right? Like here, sometimes price will tab, kind of go up, fake you out, come back down, tap equilibrium, and then go in the direction. So I like to wait. To me, it's kind of like this, right? So you know how certain setups have higher confluence, some have less. So if price comes into this fair value gap and barely wicks in there and breaks extra to the upside, and that's where you want to target some liquidity over here, yes, that could play out. Yes, that could easily be a dub. What would make this, what I would like to see if it just barely tapped it, would be that there was a low here that it barely tapped, swept, and then goes. Because then it has like double confluence. But if it's just a fair value gap, I like seeing equilibrium get tapped. Because most of the time, I would say probably about, this is just made up number, but I would say like more often than not, equilibrium gets tapped before it goes in that other direction. Especially if it's like high time frame. And so like I'm always kind of waiting for at least equilibrium of that, because that lets me know like that pushed deep enough to really fill some orders to then go into whatever direction. So I kind of had that in mind when I saw NQ come all the way up, perfectly tap the equilibrium of it. And if we go down to the 15 minute, it adds even more, because it tapped equilibrium of the 15-minute gap, and then there was no gap higher on the 15-minute. So once it did that, it instantly, we got displacements down. So what I like to enter off of, I was bearish. I had bearish targets. So once I saw that, I waited. It came back up. And I like waiting later in the market open. So I saw at 9:36 we started coming back up. In my head, I was like, that's manipulation. All I'm waiting for is, bullish structure to be invalidated to then continue lower. And I got it here. Kind of a nasty close. But stops up here. TP1 here for 90 points. And then I absolutely hung it out for full TP all the way down here. So TP1, I took out 3 micros, and then TP2 took out 2 more micros down here. So the 3 micros here got me, I think, about $500-$600, like $680, and then held the rest all the way down here to make another $900. So absolutely beautiful textbook trading day. And then the other trade would have been this. Because one of my other targets, which I don't think we're going to play that out anytime soon, but was these data highs on Monday and NQ formed. I was looking at those and I was like, okay, if we're going to like push through this fair value gap and invalidate it, then I was willing to target these data highs. But as you can see, we respected this gap, so there was no reason to go long today. On the hourly time frame, we respected this. If we were showing like, we broke this and then got to retrace back into it, I was willing to target data highs, but price gave me shorts. So, and then also if you were really just waiting for, bullish structure, the only thing I would have seen the only thing I feel like that was reasonable to take is this SMT that happened at these lows. Go down to the 5 minute or go down to the 1 minute. If you were just getting spicy off it and you absolutely just wanted to front run this for crazy, I guess you swept liquidity, you got an SMT, break structure on the 1 minute, target this. It's solid. You could target all the way back up. Imagine if you held it here, but then you wouldn't even got hit, which is crazy. So that trade would have been better on ES because it actually swept out those highs, which then formed another SMT and then went lower. But that's the trade I took today. Took it off just a simple absolute simple. Listen, this is how simple it is. We were in a bearish 1 hour. I got proof of displacing, like obviously, boom, we're coming down, get a little retrace, and we get a strong IFVG. You see how this closed way below it? It didn't just like look, it didn't like, fail to close, and then closed. It literally, it said, boom, through it. So I was like, yeah, let's test that out. I was willing to lose on this trade. So took this trade here. Mink work. And as you can see, it just dumped and absolutely played out. So hope y'all have an amazing day. Also, remember, if you're buying Tradeify accounts, use code Caden. Save you 40% right now. They also just dropped the 3.0 version, and they have the best live accounts in the game. When you get moved to live, you get 5 live accounts, daily payouts, no max withdrawal, and they give you rewards as you build the accounts. I'm going to absolutely try to get those by next month and run them up to insane numbers. We're going to start going for $200,000, $300,000, $400,000 months with those babies in our hands. So hope y'all have a great day. Hopefully y'all traded well. Continue to scale, continue to get better, continue to backtest, continue to journal your trades, and continue to keep working. And I promise you, you're going to print. You have a great day, and God bless.